Yo, what it do? What it do? It's your brother Jay International, back at it again, on the move with another car vlog. And I know my subscribers and people that may watch this video may wonder, why is this guy always doing car vlogs? Well, the simple and short answer is that's the only time I have to do these, because I'm constantly on the move. I'm constantly working, and it's a time where oftentimes when I'm driving, as opposed to when I'm at home and with all the distractions, I don't have time to really, think. And oftentimes when I'm driving, even though the roads are crazy and hectic, as they are, thoughts and ideas enter my mind that I want to talk about, that I want to speak on. So today, what I want to speak on is how the West, meaning Western society, Western culture, Western ideology, ruins women and creates simps. And this can explain, when we look at the divorce rate in this country, why the divorce rate is over 50%. That's the numbers. And why the majorities of divorces are initiated by women, right? And all these simps that Western society creates. If you have a decent woman, if you are a man, and you let's say you travel overseas to the eastern part of the world, or you go to south, I think is it Eastern Europe? I believe that's where they say you can find a decent selection of women. If you go over there to find your woman and you bring her here to the West, she will be ruined. This will ruin her and turn that good or decent woman that you have into, basically, I hate to say the term, but a useless woman. What is the purpose of a woman to a man in terms of relationships, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to call or title your relationship? What is the purpose of that woman? The purpose of that woman, and we can go to biblical references, is to bring peace to that man, is to be a helpmeet to that man, is to be a place of solace to that man, so that when that man is out here in the jungles of America, fighting, working hard, putting up with what he got to put up with every day he steps out of that door, and especially if he's a black male, because it is the reality of this country that we got to deal with a whole different set of things. When he steps out that door and to deal with that, and when he comes home to the only place where he can feel like this is his domain, this is where he can have peace, this is where he can feel empowered, feel like a man, and when he steps through that door, and the woman that he's hoping to get that from doesn't give that to him, but brings him the same hell that he gets out when he's out in the world, that is what happens. That is what happens to women, even when you bring them from a background or a culture where they are taught to bring that peace to the man. But when they get here and they start to see the media, social media, then they start to get around some of the Western women and get some of the Western women ideology, they will be ruined. They will be ruined goods. And in this culture, it tells men to always put women on a pedestal, to always say that women can do no wrong, and we gotta cater to these women. We gotta always bend and get on our knees and ask for forgiveness. We can never have a backbone. This culture creates simps. And so what happens when the ruined woman and the simp get together and they breed, they only create more of the same, right? And so what happened is, to not get too far off, when a woman comes here, she gets affected by this Western society. She becomes ruined goods because now she thinks the grass is always greener on the other side. This is the mindset that she's given. So when she feels like she's not getting something in a relationship, and she feels that her expectations, these high expectations that she's creating in her own mind, are not being met, and then she listens to other single, lonely, dog mom women, Western women, then that put into her head, oh, you can do better. You don't have to put up with this, right? And to her, doing better, because her lifestyle consists of her dog, her single life, various men using her as a sexual object, she thinks that's fine. She thinks that's okay. And so misery loves company. So now what she tries to do, if she sees a woman that's living a life that she's not able to live, she wants to bring that woman into her reality, right? And so she starts to tell this woman, hey, oh, he did this, because they're going to talk to each other. And, no relationship is perfect. We know that. Nowhere in this world, any relationship is just going to be perfect. There's going to be arguments, ups and downs, right? But what this single, lonely woman, dog mom woman would do is to tell this married woman, hey, you don't have to deal with that. You can do this, you can do that. And sooner or later, those thoughts start to get into that woman's mind, and she starts to feel, you know what? I can do better. And so what happens is she goes out here thinking the grass is greener on the other side. And what she finds is that she may meet a simp guy, but she's not satisfied with him because there's no backbone in him. He's not that dominant alpha male that women naturally nature naturally attracts to. So she soon becomes bored with this simp guy, this queen, mother earth, goddess type of energy type of dude. She becomes bored with him. She in a sense walks over him because her nature is telling her that, hey, this guy, this is not a leader. This guy is not somebody I can follow and depend on. So sooner or later, she ends up leaving this simp guy. And the simp guy, he's thinking that the ideology that he's been taught was supposed to help him prevent this. Now he becomes bitter, and he may turn to the black pill or the red pill. But then what eventually happens is she seeks that alpha dominant, energy out there, whether it's on social media, whether it's on dating apps, whether it's in a club. And what she finds it in the bad boy But the bad boy is not ready to commit. He's too busy having his pick of the litter. He's too busy having his way to just settle. So what he does is he uses her like a sexual object. He gets what he wants, and now he throws it to the side. And now she's now even more bitter. So now she turns into a feminist. Or she goes all the way the other way and says, you know what? Dealing with women is better than dealing with men. Dealing with women that put on a costume, cosplay, and play the male role or the male image as they see it is better than dealing with men. So that's what I'll do. And this is how the West ruins women and creates simps. So my word of advice to men that are looking for decent women, decent wives, decent mothers to their children, don't pick from here. Don't look here. If you're going to do it, in my opinion, in my experience, you probably have to go to the East. And when you find that woman, do not, I repeat, do not, as I said in prior videos, don't bring her here. You have to figure out a way of how you can be with her out there. So you're gonna have to figure out whether you're gonna have to open up a business, whether you're gonna have to get some type of skills that you can use over there, whether you're gonna have to get some type of education. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta figure out a way to be over there with your woman, with your wife, and start your family over there in that country. Because if you bring her to this country, she will be ruined. And that's just the reality of the situation. So with that being said, this is your brother Jay International. Tap it back in once again. Like, share, and subscribe. I will holler at y'all later. Peace.